I thought I'd make a quick video while something is fresh on my mind. I realize this is not the general area that I make these videos in, but nonetheless, you gotta roll with it. So, I'm thinking that maybe someone out there has a similar experience, or maybe this would help to propel them into seeing if they can have a similar experience as to what I have had. And so here I go. I have been practicing off and on the last couple years sun gazing. And if you don't know what sun gazing is, it's basically staring directly at the sun within the first 30 minutes on sunrise or the last 30 minutes before sunset. There's different reasons on why people do this. Some it is for health, some it is for a form of worship. There's lots of information out there if you want to look into it and try it. What was an interesting side benefit for me during my practice was that it seems as though I had developed a telepathic channel of communication with the sun's consciousness. I know that sounds really huge and big, but when you really consider that everything is connected to the unity consciousness grid, everything is part of this web of life, when you're putting your intention on something for an extended period of times, it would stand to reason that eventually you would form some type of mental connection. Research has shown studies on telepathy for intuitive people, psychic people, that the more that they practice, the stronger that channel becomes. So it would stand to reason that you could develop the same type of channel of communication through an object that we would consider inanimate. However, when you really remember that everything is alive, everything is part of the one prime creator, then really nothing is inanimate. Anyhow, so I had developed this channel of communication, and during my sun gazing practices, generally in the evening, I would kind of use that as an opportunity to telepathically talk to the sun. Sometimes it was just to vent for the day, to bounce off ideas, to get perspective, and sometimes it was just to thank it and to pay respect to it and admire it. And this particular night a couple weeks ago, I just said to it telepathically that I have such a deep regard for you as a creator of life on this planet. And I heard back in my head, why then do you not regard in the same way all that I have created? And I thought, oh shit. It's right, and it's calling me on it. It's times like that makes me remember that we still have quite a ways to go. No matter how awakened or enlightened we think we are, or how spiritual we can try to be toward the majority of people in our life, we still fall short. And it takes humility to realize that we still fall short, because if you poof your ego out and you refuse to see that you are still flawed and screwed up, then you're not going to be able to take steps to healing those aspects of yourself, to move into higher states of consciousness. At very least, the sun is a sub-prime creator. If not, the prime creator manifested itself in suns everywhere. Because when you think about it, the sun works with the planetary bodies in its solar system to bring about life with whatever elements those planetary bodies have. If the sun did not exist, physical life forms could not exist. We would all be just non-physical energy. So the sun, at very least, is, in my opinion, a sub-prime creator. And so then that takes us to realizing that what do we desecrate? How can we hold regard for God, the Creator, and then still desecrate what it creates? You know, well-meaning people are still using pesticides that seeps into the ground and poisons life. Well-meaning people still don't care if they hit a turtle while driving their car. Well-meaning people don't bother to pull over on the side of the road and pick up the trash they see littered on the freeway. Now, I'm not meaning to point fingers. We all do this. We all are guilty of not truly honoring the sacred. And it takes us recognizing that we are not fully honoring the sacred for us to ever do anything about it. And I don't think the change is going to be an instant thing, but I do think that the more and more of us that we realize it, maybe we'll take time next time we have an opportunity to and pick up that trash we see in the parking lot, or go down to the local pond and clean out the water that the birds and fish live in. That's not even taking consideration how we are to one another, human to human, which is appalling sometimes. You just take the human part out of it and just look at how humans treat the earth. They'll chop down a tree because it's not pretty, or because they want to put something, they want to put a patio in, so they're going to kill some life forms to put a patio in, so they can have a beer at night, enjoying their patio. And we all do this, guys. We all have a lot of work to do. If we really want to embrace our spirituality, we have to begin to recognize that everything is sacred until it becomes desecrated. But it only becomes desecrated because we do it. Because as it is, the tree is sacred. The ant colony is sacred. The weeds are sacred. And yeah, I don't know what to do about the weeds either, because you have a garden and you want to grow your fruits, but on the same note, you have to weed the garden, and I don't know. I don't have the answers. But I think we'll get there as we move our consciousness into higher and higher realms. I think we will begin to recognize where our flaws are if we stay humble in it, in our journey. So, if this message resonates with you or myself, or if you are sparked by curiosity about sungazing and want to check it out and try and see for yourself if you can develop a channel of communication, see what the sun tells you, then great. Let me know. Post your comments if you have anything similar to share. And feel free to check out my books on Amazon.com titled Calling All Dreamers and Make Your Miracle. And until next time, good luck on your journey. Namaste.